guys, and welcome back to the Side Quest podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Cameron Sellers, and across the table from me is the one and only Ryan Hoffman. Ryan, how you doing?
I am good, buddy. I'm good to be back. We're episode 3, the threequel, the three-peat.
3.
Yeah, it's good vibes, good feelings. I've been trying to immerse myself in more pop culture these days. Been watching some old movies.
There's been some cool stuff coming out lately.
Honestly, yeah, coming out. And listen, never underestimate the power of watching a movie from like the year 2000. Seriously, last night I watched, have you ever seen The Sixth Day? With Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
It's a sci-fi movie where basically like he gets cloned and then he's like trying to like get back at like the cloning facility for cloning him because cloning is illegal and blah blah blah. And it's this PG-13 Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. It's so good.
When did this come out?
This came out in the year 2000.
Okay, it seems like a very early 2000s movie.
It is, and it was set in 2015, which is really funny. So it's always like, in the near future, and it's like, it's, years and years and years ago.
That's a decade good now.
But yeah, there is like some good Arnold lines in it. There's like a bit where like he's at the mall and he is trying to get his like dog cloned to like bring it back because like their family dog died and he's thinking about getting it cloned, and then he like sort of sees something. He gets distracted by something, and the guy's like the salesman guy's like, oh, like so like can I interest you in blah 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 blah, and Arnold leaves and he's like, I might be back. And as soon as he said, I was like, that's like.
Was this before or after the whole Dolly the sheep thing?
Well, at the beginning of the movie, there's like a little text on screen that says like, the scientist trying to clone a sheep named Dolly, blah 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 blah. So it references that, but it's like basically people just get killed and then they come back as a clone and they remember dying and it's crazy. But I mean the visuals were not super duper great, but the Arnoldness of it was just enough to make it still pretty good. So
I haven't seen a lot of his movies, but the ones I have seen, they've always been good, right? Like Kindergarten Cop.
Oh yeah.
That one, what was that one Christmas movie?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the
Way rocks.
That's
dude. Absolutely rocks.
Yeah, such a good movie, especially with like the Turbo Man action figures. And
yeah,
like
and
that.
then Jake Lloyd is the kid in that movie. The Anakin Skywalker.
Oh yeah,
is the kid in that movie.
He is. Yes,
I think it's like that was like 3 years before because that movie came out in '96. Jingle All the Way. Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes. Now, so before we get more into the pod, I just want to get to a couple housekeeping things. So if you are listening to this as your first episode, awesome. Welcome. Thank you. Good to see you. You can't see us. Don't worry. That's normal. This is audio. If you're listening to this on YouTube, you know where to find us. But if you don't, youtube.com/@SideQuestPodGames is where you want to go if you just want to see the YouTube version of it. It's literally the same as the audio version. It's just got some fancy colors to it. But if you prefer to watch or listen to podcasts like me on YouTube, then feel free to check that out. If not, we are available on all podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, pretty much everything. But our YouTube channel also features bi-weekly Let's Play videos. So we also do gameplay videos. There's one on there right now of a blindfolded Mario Kart. So definitely go check that out. We played Mario Kart and navigated for each other.
Yeah, we're not terrible at that at all.
Well, you'll have to watch the video and see. But those will come out every other week, alternating with this podcast. So be sure to check them out Saturdays at noon. The regular podcast that you're listening to right now drops 3 a.m. on Fridays. So that way it's ready to go for you bright and early in the morning. Once you get up, you can drive to work, you can listen to us talk about movies and be dumb. And that is
emphasis on us being dumb.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That being said, like we are in our 3rd episode right now.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 1 has been out for a while now. Episode 2 just went up the other day. I've already noticed within myself some idiosyncrasies that I need to improve on. I say yup far too many times.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting that coin jar out, and next episode I will let everyone know how many quarters I put in that thing to hopefully stop myself from saying the same word 100 times a podcast.
This is definitely an experiment in self-awareness of how to tell a story, how to speak, how to not say and stuff. And I'm sure people are yelling at the screen, stop laughing, stop saying but listen, we're all human here, and we appreciate you listening regardless, so thank you. And hey, listen, if you want to follow us elsewhere, we are on Instagram and we do post updates for when videos come out as well. That is also SideQuest Pod Games on Instagram, so be sure to check that out as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you mentioned already, but we're also on Spotify and all your other podcast stations as well.
Yes, I did mention, yeah. So we are on pretty much everywhere you get your podcast. The old classic. But yeah, back to movies for a second. So I actually got a cool experience the other week where so I entered a contest to win tickets to go see Mortal Kombat 2, the newest Mortal Kombat movie that is releasing very close to the episode of this podcast.
Insane, by the way.
Yeah. I never win contests, and I got it. I got 2 tickets and went to go see it. They had like an installation set up where it was like a car cut in half by Kung Lao's hat. It was very cool. And it had like a message from Kung Lao written on it. They gave away posters. They had like, the glam bot, like from when you see the Oscars, that slow-mo camera. They had that as a setup, which was really cool. They had different backdrops. You could take photos. People were in cosplay too, which was awesome. There was like a couple scorpions. There was a bunch of Johnny Cages, which by the way.
Did you dress as Katara?
Katana, you mean?
Katana. Yep. Sorry, I'm linking the Avatar. Yeah.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah, for sure. I was in a blue skin tight outfit with fans. Yeah, you got it. You got me. Johnny Cage is also the funniest cosplay to do because literally just like a leather jacket and sunglasses.
Some shades.
Yeah, it's just easy. But yeah, it was a full house. We saw the movie, and this was like 2 weeks before it has actually released. So it was very, very early for a premiere.
I've yet to see it myself. I think it came out the 8th, which is.
As of recording, that's yesterday. But yeah, I'm sure by the time this goes up, you'll have seen it. But
oh yeah.
So I won't spoil anything. But basically, I just want to say it is awesome. Go see it. If you have a theater near you, definitely go see it in theaters. The action is great. The fighting is great. The fatalities are great. Carl Urban as Johnny Cage rocks. He's very, very good. He really nails the sort of like washed up 90s action star.
Well, he's done some washed up roles before. So.
Yeah, for sure. And the new characters they introduce are great. I mean, listen, I'm a little biased because Mortal Kombat is my favorite game series of all time. So like I know all the lore and everything, but like visually it's very, very, very pretty. They do a lot of the, how like in the games it's like a 2D fighter, so you kind of have just like a 2D plane of the character and the other character fighting. They mimic that in the movie a lot, so it's very cool to just kind of see like someone fighting Shao Kahn and they're like side by side, and it's like, ooh, that's like the game. So it's very good. It's a lot of good fan service, a lot of good moments as well. So yeah, definitely go see Mortal Kombat 2 in theaters. Not a sponsor.
We wish that'd be really cool.
That'd be sick. Although they did repost my my story when I was there.
Oh, very cool.
So it was really cool. And then I got people messaging me being like, "Yo, how is it? I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you.
Did they make you like sign like an NDA or anything like that?
No, but they had security walking around and checking to make sure people weren't filming.
Okay.
Yeah. So they were pretty tight-lipped about it because it came super early.
Because I know with like I was gonna say early access to whether it's games, movies, a lot of the time they do make you sign like those NDAs. Like I have a couple NDAs under my belt, but
yeah, which ones? Tell me.
So it's for
just lay it all out right here. They did have
GTA 7.
Whoa, that's crazy. They did have some cool like fan moments as well. They had like a cosplay contest where they like basically had people cheer for who their favorite cosplay was. They had like a little trivia thing as well where they had kind of 2 people go up against each other to try to guess trivia. Hilariously, the first question was about Carl Urban. They said, "Oh, Carl Urban plays Johnny Cage in this movie. What other show is he on that he's starring in that's filming blah 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 blah?" And it's like, that's not obviously it's The Boys.
Yeah,
but
it's not a Mortal Kombat.
That's not
question.
Mortal Kombat trivia.
It's just, hey, do you know this fact about this actor? Movie.
And then they asked. There was a kid that was there with his dad, and so they asked the kid like, "What's Johnny Cage's catchphrase in the game?" And I leaned over to my girlfriend who's with me at the time, and I was like, it's you just got caged. Like, that's it. Like, that's what he says. And the kid goes, "Here's Johnny." And the host is like, "Well, we were looking for it."
Much not so.
Well, he says it in one of the games, but it's not his catchphrase necessarily. But the host guy's like, "Well, we were looking for It's Showtime, but that'll have to do." And I'm like, "What? That's not." He says that, okay, maybe like once or twice, but
because isn't it supposed to be referencing like that Jack Nicholson movie?
Well, the Here's Johnny thing, yeah, it's supposed to be representing The Shining, but that's from a fatality where he says
right.
He like rips the person in half and peeks through, a la Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
Terrifying. Exactly,
and goes, "Here's Johnny." But the It's Showtime thing, I'm like, I don't know. So I got some bone to pick with that host guy. But yeah, very good video game movie, absolutely.
Speaking of video game movies, there have been a plethora of them in the last 30 plus years.
Oh yeah.
Some were okay. Some were very much not okay. If you had to pick your favorites, where would you place that list, you think?
For sure. I mean, yeah, like definitely in the last, I want to say a couple years, I feel like there's been a lot more video game movies.
There's definitely been an uptick.
There's been an uptick for sure. Now, I want to preface this with saying that a lot of video games that get made into movies feel like they're just translating one-to-one the game to live action, which like most games now are very story-based,
Yes.
right? So it's like they're pretty much a movie in and of it themselves. But they're still fun. They're still fun to go to. So I would say probably for me, one of the most exciting trilogies of video game movies has been the Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
Very good movies.
If you recall, the trailer for the first one came out, and Sonic was ugly.
Terrifying.
He had human teeth. He had these crazy big eyes. They were trying to make it look realistic.
Two humanoid features. Like he was
Yeah,
it was just very off-putting.
What were they thinking,
Like
man?
the Uncanny Valley was cranked to 11.
Yo,
with
big
that.
time. So yeah, and then they delayed the movie because everyone hated it. Everyone hated the CGI. They were basically saying we're not going to see this movie.
Oh,
it
if
looks like
that
this.
movie came out the way it was, it would have been dead on arrival.
But yeah, exactly. But it one and done. But thankfully they delayed it, which normally is like, oh no, they delayed it. But in this case, very good. And then they released it. It was very fun, very amazing. And then the second one came out. It had Tails. It was even better. And had Knuckles. It's great. And then the third one had Shadow.
Keanu.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog is so
Absolutely
sick.
crazy how they were able to turn it around to such a downer of a franchise moment to it being one of the highlights of the entire Sonic franchise.
And they're just fun. Like it's like I don't go to those movies thinking that it's going to be like this big narrative, make you think kind of movie. I'm just going to be like, hey, I want to see the blue hedgehog run fast and crack jokes.
And run fast he does.
And run fast he did. But yeah, like Jim Carrey's great in it. It kind of resurged his acting career a little bit because he was kind of like on the outskirts for a bit. Brought him back. Obviously, we love him. You know, get that '90s nostalgia on top of the Sonic factor. And James Marsden is great in it. He's like the everyman, and that's our boy Cyclops.
There was the joke is like he is the designated driver for all cartoon characters.
Yeah, like every animated animal character,
Yeah,
he is
yeah.
always like the guy in the front seat with them. But Sonic movies definitely in my top of my list for sure.
Nice.
What about you?
Honestly, there isn't too many in my repertoire that I have fully watched. Like, I mean, when I was younger, like I watched the Resident Evil movies. They're not great. They're not made to be good. They are made to get a laugh and just to kind of have fun with the world that is Resident Evil. Again,
Popcorn movies, yeah.
Exactly. They're
Yeah.
just throw on in the background, have fun with it kind of thing, right? They're not taking themselves seriously at all.
What's also funny about that movie is that it's directed by Paul W.S. Anderson and it stars Mila Jovovich. And those names mean nothing to you. I know. Just to put it in perspective, those two are married. So he directs the movie and he directs his wife in it, which I think is why those movies just keep getting made. Because I think like Paul W.S. Anderson is like, I want to make a Resident Evil movie. Who am I going to get to be in it? Hey, my wife needs a job. Okay, cool. Because I think he also did the Monster Hunter movie with her in it as well.
Yes.
So it was the same sort of like energy as well. But
A movie that did kind of take itself a little more seriously and is based on real events. I never watched it when it first came out, but I watched it last year, and it was actually fairly good. And that was the Gran Turismo movie,
oh, really?
made by PlayStation, based on the Gran Turismo game. So it was about this young kid who absolutely loves the Gran Turismo games on PlayStation. So it's a very well-known franchise within the ecosystem of driving and racing sims. It's a highly realistic simulator kind of game, at least for on console. I know there's many of them out there. But PlayStation put on this tournament to find the best of the best of that game and allowed them to race in actual cars,
Whoa.
like actual world rating tournaments and everything like that, right? Like they were going against actual drivers, not just the video game drivers as well, right? So there's this whole Gran Turismo Academy kind of thing. And there was some setbacks. There was some heavy injuries, at least in the movie. I mean, it's heavily based on a true story, but there's obviously a lot of
Sort of like embellishments.
fluff work and yeah, you're right. But
Like movie style
I mean,
stuff.
it is a very well put together movie for what a lot of people didn't realize was a popular franchise on PlayStation.
Yeah, Gran Turismo. Yeah, it does. The name of the movie is Gran Turismo, based on a true story.
Yeah.
So that does track. No pun intended. Yeah. Oh, yeah. David Harbour. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Orlando Bloom's in it. Wow.
And Orlando Bloom, yeah.
Weird casting. Yeah. Well, as far as star power in video game movies, I think there is one that I honestly I always forget about because it came out, it was huge, and then sort of like didn't like bubble up a sequel. Was Detective Pikachu.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to talk about a different Ryan Reynolds movie.
No. Yeah. So yeah, Detective Pikachu came out in 2019, and it was all those realistic Pokemon.
Honestly, again, artwork was fantastic in that.
Yeah, it was kind of a freaky vibe at first, but like you get used to it very quickly. And it has the kid from what was he in? He was from one of the Jurassic World. His name's Justice Smith.
Oh yes,
and Catherine Newton, who was eventually in Ant-Man 3. And yeah, and it it tells the story of like Pikachu can talk, and he's trying to figure out like what happened to this kid's dad, and blah blah blah. And yeah, it's loosely based on the, I think, 3DS game.
Yeah, there is a Detective Pikachu 3DS game.
And obviously it's Pokemon.
Yeah, loosely based on happenings in the actual game.
But I'm honestly surprised we haven't seen a sequel to it yet, because that was, what, 7 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't really know how they would perform a sequel to that, because in the game, I don't know if there's a sequel to the game or not. There very much might be.
I think there might be.
But without spoiling the movie for those who haven't seen it, the ending there is pretty definitive.
Yeah, pretty wrapped up, I'd say, yeah.
You can't really do much else with the Detective Pikachu character in a sequel, right? So
Absolutely. And I feel like, honestly, the Pokemon movies do better animated, because think about like the first movie, Pokemon 2000, like from way back then. Like those were like awesome movies.
And in animated movies, you can do a lot more visually without having like that real life human element to it, right? Because it's like, cool. In a live action Pokemon movie, you're kind of more holden to like the physics of everything, right?
Yeah.
Like if a giant Pokemon comes out of the sky and throws a meteor at you, you think that would impact the world a little bit more than how it does in the anime kind of thing, right? Like,
and it's also just probably tougher on the actors, because it's kind of that Roger Rabbit effect where it's like they have to act against nothing and they're kind of going crazy. Whereas like with animation, obviously they can just make it look like the show and just, put it out in a million countries and then it's fine. So yeah, I want to talk about the Mario movie for a second here, because the first Mario movie, Super Mario indeed, right? It is so good.
It was a very, very good movie.
I think the second one that came out this year, not as good. Still has the Easter eggs and like the nostalgia bait and stuff like that, but I just think the novelty of Mario Galaxy kind of like wore off, because of the first one being so like, oh my god, it's the first time it's animation and it's the first time it like looks like
I think
accurate.
They based it off the Mario Galaxy franchise because they know that there's such a cult following behind those games. But yeah, I do feel the same way as you. It wasn't, at least to me, it wasn't as impactful as that first movie. I think it was very much made for today's younger audience.
Yeah, for sure.
There wasn't a real flow to the arc of that movie. It was very jump cut to the next chapter, to the next, like there was no synergy in it, right? It was like, hey, we're looking at one moment in time here, and then it immediately jumps to another without really any forethought or real tangible excuse to why we ended up there. It's just kind of things happening for the sake of them happening.
It was basically a bunch of TikToks stitched together.
Basically,
pretty much. But I mean, yeah, like I get it. It's it's a kids movie. It's not necessarily for a bunch of 30-year-olds to really like
and that's what a lot of the critics are saying as well. But I mean, there are some fantastic kids movies out there that have a good story. Look at any of the Pixar movies. A lot of the DreamWorks movies of the older days like have this amazing story behind them and this beautiful artwork to go along with it. And I mean, when I was a kid and watching those movies, they were very impactful. They're very formative, right? And then I find these kind of movies today, they're very to the next point, to the next point, to the
bright colors in your face.
Exactly.
Look at the thing. Look at the shiny thing on the screen.
Something new every like 15 seconds. Otherwise, you're going to lose the attention of the audience.
Yeah, attention spans have gone down for sure. But I mean, yeah, like listen, as long as they keep making video game movies, I'll keep seeing them. As long as they make them good. So let's flip it a little bit.
I was gonna say that's the main thing right there. You said make them good.
Yeah, make them good.
Your favorite franchise is Mortal Kombat, right?
Yes, it is Mortal
So
Kombat.
you just had your movie come out, and
yeah,
you
it's great.
said it was
Oh,
a very good
so
movie.
Good, so good.
Ryan, do me a favor. What's one of my favorite video game franchises?
Borderlands.
I was so disappointed in that Borderlands movie that came out.
I cannot believe that they messed that up so bad.
It was a bit. Those who know Borderlands, or at least
It was
people
bad.
who-
Spoil it.
It was
Tell it.
so bad. It was so
Air it out.
bad.
Air out the
they
grievances.
tried to take different parts from multiple different games and kind of smash it together in this horrible amalgamation of characters and timelines, and none of it made sense. You have characters in there that are non-existent in the games when there's other characters live. Like there's this one character, Roland, who is supposed to be like the leader of the Crimson Resistance kind of thing, right? And they have Kevin Hart playing him. Not that Kevin Hart's not a big burly dude.
But I agree with you. I think Kevin Hart is a funny casting choice for that.
He is. I mean, all the casting, some of them were really good. Some of them were not good, leaning more towards the not good mark there.
What did you think of Ariana Greenblatt as, was she Tiny Tina?
Yes.
Yeah,
That was
she's
okay,
kind of an iconic character.
That
right?
was a good casting for Tiny Tina.
Okay, cool. At least that is that redeeming quality. I mean, listen, it has a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, so we're not going to give it too many flowers here because it is bad.
It is bad.
But,
I just wanted to say mainly the one thing is like, cool, you had one of your most loved franchises have good movies. Do the same for Borderlands, please. Let's just pretend that movie didn't happen. Just make another one.
Listen, I'm no stranger to bad Mortal Kombat movies. Look at Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Like,
Yeah.
it is universally panned. People don't like it. I mean, like, they kill...
But they're also campy.
They're
watched
90s
now
movies,
to
for sure.
be funny.
For sure, but like when they killed Johnny Cage in literally like the first 2 minutes of the movie, and a lot of the trouble was like they recast a lot of the main characters except for Liu Kang and Katana in that one. Also, just some of the costumes looked a little weird. Like they had Cyrax, like a cybernetic ninja, look like hockey pads. But again, it's the 90s, so it's kind of tough. But I think it's one of those so bad it's good movies.
Right.
Not necessarily just like it's a bad movie, because the first one rocks. The first one, the fighting's great, everything's amazing, the visuals are great, Shang Tsung is a great bad guy. But yeah, I mean, like it's just kind of got that sort of like Power Rangers-y feel after a while, but I think the longer a bad movie is out, the more people turn around on it. Like the more people come
Precisely.
to the realization of like, oh, it's like kind of charming and endearing that it's bad. Yeah. Like there's bad movies, but then there's just like good bad movies. You know?
Well, I mean, we just passed Star Wars Day not too long ago, and
Yes.
I remember the backlash on the prequel trilogy, and now it's looked back on as this beautiful chest, like treasure trove of lore and background, right? I mean, I always loved those movies, but now they're finally getting like the flowers they deserve.
Yeah, exactly. Because the people who grew up with them are like older and being like, yeah, I freaking love those movies. Or even like there's a Street Fighter movie coming out, I think this year, that looks like way more game accurate.
Yeah.
Like they have Cody Rhodes, I think it is.
I was gonna say the casting in that movie is
Crazy.
mind-boggling.
They have Cody Rhodes playing Guile, and he has like the classic sort of like swoopy hair.
Yeah, like the straight up and like flowering out.
And the only movie that, like live action movie that you have to kind of compare that to is the original one from '94, which has Jean-Claude Van Damme as all-American hero Guile, played by like, what is he, Danish or something, or like he's not from America. But yeah, and so that movie has like a ton of characters in it. Like it has, you know, Chun-Li and Balrog and I think it has Dulcim at some point, but I don't think he has his stretchy powers. But that, like, again, you look back at the movie and you're like, it's bad, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's a bad good movie. Yeah. I listen, bring on as many video game movies as possible. Just like make them good. Don't make them a 1-for-1, because I feel like I would just play the game at that point. But just like add something new, make it a bit more referential. I mean, look at what Uncharted did. Uncharted pretty much had some of the same set pieces from the games, but they did sort of their own thing. Yeah. And as much as it is a weird casting to have Mark Wahlberg as Sully and not have a mustache,
I was gonna say there's a reason for that as well, because the Uncharted movie was greenlit, I think, almost a decade ago at this point, right? And Mark Wahlberg was supposed to be Nathan Drake.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then, I mean, eventually he just kind of aged out of the role, right?
Like,
but I mean,
okay,
the
we need
original
someone
thing was for
younger.
him to be Nathan, because he has that kind of personality and cockiness to him. And so as time went on, the movie was kind of held in the background, and they got the theory is they kind of kept Mark Wahlberg in it because they were kind of contractually obligated to. Because they said, hey, we're gonna make an Uncharted movie, and you're gonna be like a main face in it. 10 plus years ago, and he's like, hey, you're making an Uncharted movie. I still have my contract here saying I need to be a part of that movie. So they made him.
I went in. They're like, I need a role. They're like, okay, well, we can't make him the bad guy. He's Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
he's a good,
100%.
eternal good guy.
I mean, it still turned out to be a good movie. It's in the same kind of lane as like the Tomb Raider movie and all.
I think it's a good action movie. Yeah, for sure.
Is, yeah.
And even like Tomb Raider, you mentioned like the Alicia Vikander one, like the newer one.
The newer one, yeah.
Again, just good action movie. You don't really need to learn anything about the games to really appreciate them. Like Uncharted, especially.
It has the Easter eggs for the fans,
for sure. Like,
but it's very standalone.
In the Tomb Raider, the reboot one, there's a great moment where they're like trying to like the floor is falling out from under them. They're in a temple and like everything's crashing down, and they're like have to put like a gem in a door to like get the door to open, and they're like, here, try this one. She tries it and it doesn't work. And he's like, oh, try that one. And Trey tries it. No, it doesn't work. And then she tries another one and it finally works. That is such a great moment of that is what I would do in the game.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it doesn't fit. Okay, next one. Okay,
try this one. Try this one. Try this one. Yeah. It's like that captured the sort of video gaminess of it really, really well. And I think they're making another one of that, or at least they're making a series because I think Sophie Turner is supposed to be...
They're making an animated series, I think.
They're doing a lot of stuff.
They're doing a lot of different things with the Tomb Raider franchise right now. I know they're doing remakes of the original games. They're doing a new Lara Croft universe kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, she's been around as long as we have, so give her all the franchises, all the forms of media.
Yeah, another video game movie that's not based on a video game, but is inspired by video games in general. And this is where I thought you were going with the Ryan Reynolds thing. Is Free Guy.
Oh, true. See, okay, that's the funny thing is, I mean, yes, it's a movie about a character in a video game. It's not necessarily based on a video game, but yeah,
no,
that is
but
definitely, it has its place for sure.
It's a quote-unquote video game movie.
Yeah.
It has so many references in it. It has Star Wars, Marvel. It's got Fortnite.
But yeah,
in it,
like everything. Really.
It's absolutely
GTA
insane what
the
they fit into that movie.
Yeah, I saw it a couple times in theaters, like because I just enjoyed it so much. It has that Mariah Carey song, like the sweet sweet fantasy. They got their money's worth out of that track. Let me tell you, they played it like 6
times.
They have
like
in the movie.
some crazy cameos from some YouTubers that are super popular, like Jacksepticeye. They have Chris Evans showing up for
that was great
5 seconds.
Yeah,
and apparently they didn't even really pay him for the role. They just Ryan reached out to him, was like, hey, I have this bit for Captain America the movie. Do you want to come do a cameo? He's like, sure, buy me a coffee. And that's the coffee that he's sipping in the shot. Is like the quote unquote payment for his cameo in that movie, right?
That's so funny. That's such a low budget way of doing it. And just him reacting to you don't know what you're reacting to. You're just reacting, but yeah. And I think Hugh Jackman has a cameo in that movie he's like one of the characters at the beginning who like meets in an alley, and it's just his voice. And I think The Rock also has like a voice cameo in that movie too.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So it's all just like Ryan Reynolds calling up his friends and being like, hey, do you want to be in my movie, please?
Basically the Adam Sandler of like superhero action movies.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, put that on the box. Yeah. Well, yeah, lots of video game movies that have come out, lots to come in the future. So that is lots to look forward to for sure. Definitely go see Mortal Kombat 2 if you can. But yeah, I think, shall we move on to a little way back, playback?
Yeah, I think we're ready to go.
Okay, so for way back, playback this week, I'm actually going to talk about not just one thing from our childhood that we grew up with, but a trilogy of things, if you will. So we grew up in the early 2000s where pretty much every show had a toy and every toy had a show.
I was gonna say, what was the point of the show if there wasn't any toys?
Exactly.
What was the point of the toy if there wasn't a show?
Exactly. Now, obviously, that's like kind of coming up from like the 80s and 90s with like G.I. Joe and Transformers, right? But for us, I feel like we had a way bigger scale of toys from shows.
Absolutely.
When I was a kid, my mom's least favorite phrase was collect them all. Because I was like, Mom, I have to collect them all.
I have one. I can't. It's like...
The commercial told me to do that.
And each one comes with another piece to build this ultimate form of verse. Like you'd buy action figures, they'd come with like the arm from another action figure.
Yeah, oh yeah, the Build-A-Figures. Yeah. Stuff like that. This kind of fits in that genre of like you got to kind of have all of them to kind of work everything kind of together. So yeah, I'm going to talk about 3 toys. First of which, Bakugan Battle Brawlers.
Those are like the little marble things, right?
Yes, so they were essentially these little balls that you would roll onto a magnetic card, and if they hit it just right, there's a magnet on the bottom of the orb that hits it and opens up and becomes this like dragon or monster creature. And it was based on a show, Bakugan, of the same name. And it was airing in the early 2000s. And in that show, I believe the main characters kind of like went into this sort of like realm where they, rolled them out and then they became giant monsters.
I remember having a couple of them. I just remember like the intricacies of those tiny little toys. Like, how do you have such detail or mechanisms like that small, right? It was mind-boggling.
And getting them to fit kind of back into the ball was really cool because it's like, whoa, it's a ball again. And then
it's like origami, but with plastic and
exactly
springs.
And I think that they did a really good job of making it feel like the show, because the magnetic card thing was just like, I've never seen anything do that before, because sometimes it would be, electronic, where it would react to something like on an electronic board, like Yu-Gi-Oh had its dual discs and things like that. So you'd actually have like lights and sounds. But with this, it's like, it's very tactile, very like it actually opens up and becomes a thing. And what's crazy is it had a resurgence a couple of years ago. When I worked at a game store, they came back and new versions of everything.
Oh, I did not know this.
Different characters, some of the more classic looks and stuff. There was like the Dragoon or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And kids would buy them, and I'd be like, I've played with these as kids.
I used to have a dozen of these. Like,
yeah, it's bizarre. I mean, obviously, like action figures and stuff have their resurgences. They have their modern versions, but it was kind of one of the first times I saw sort of like a toy that was very niche to me. Like, to me, this is kind of in the realm of like chaotic, in the realm of trading cards.
Yes, 100%. I remember chaotic very, very, very recently.
Yeah, and yeah, so it was kind of a niche hit to bring back, but I guess it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, it had the same things. And there may have been electronic versions of it. There may have been more updated sort of like mechanics to it all. But yeah, they still had like the arenas and the big cards and everything. So yeah.
I remember, because my brother and I loved those kind of games and shows when we were younger, right? But I remember leading up to Christmas kind of thing, they have always those toy commercials coming on TV and everything like that. And for the Nintendo DS, there was a Bakugan game coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And if you bought this game, you got like this limited edition silver Bakugan in the box of the game kind of thing, right? And I remember
that's so cool,
running to tell my parents about this game. It's like, oh my God, this is the only way you can get this. I have to have this game. It's like, originally I thought, it's like, okay, cool, the game's not going to be great. Dude, that game was fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, I loved that Bakugan game on the DS. I probably played the DS game more than I did with the actual little
toys?
figure. Yeah, it was crazy. But I just remember having such a good time with that
That's
DS
awesome.
game.
Yeah, and it kind of verged on anime, but it like kind of almost wasn't, because it was on Teletoon, so it felt like a cartoon. But it definitely,
it was kind of in the same realm as like Pokemon-esque.
Yeah, it was very
storylines
Pokemon-esque. Yeah, I will say it. Like, I think a lot of these sort of toys to cartoons definitely took its like inspiration from Pokemon, because it was like, you have the show, you have the toys, you have all the other forms of medium. Obviously, there's the games.
I was gonna say it's going back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, exactly.
Like all those kind of.
Yeah, so that's one. So the second toy from our childhood in this little trilogy is Battle Beat-em-on. Do you remember Battle Beat-em-on?
I don't recall.
So
no.
Battle Beat-em-on were essentially, they look like Gundam figures. They look like model kits that you build that look like sort of giant robots.
Oh, I think I
And
do recall that. Yes.
They shot marbles out from within their chest. So you would have like a little trigger on the back that you would press forward, and it would shoot a marble out. And so there was a couple different variations you could play with it. There was, if you were just playing by yourself, you could just hit down these pins that like sort of the starter kit came with and just try to knock them all down.
Kind of like a soccer net kind of thing, right?
Kind of, yeah. They were like almost like little barrels, like little plastic barrels.
Okay.
And you knock them down kind of like bowling. There was also like a player versus player mode where you had sort of a partition on the front of your guy and a little button at the very bottom, so that if you hit your opponent in the button on the very bottom by moving sort of back and forth, it would put the partition down and they wouldn't be able to shoot anymore.
Okay, kind of like to like Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah, like kind of like Rock'em Sock'em Robots and air hockey kind of mixed together.
Okay, interesting.
And so you'd be firing back and forth. And again, this had a television show. So in this, it was like Beat-em-on was a sport.
Crazy.
It was the kid had this cool blue and white Beat-em-on with a big horn on it, and they would go to like competitions essentially, and they would fight back and forth, and it would just be like almost like a gunfight, but for kids, because they'd be like trying to hit each other with it. And
Did these eventually get banned in schools? I can see these being banned in schools.
I feel like, honestly, this is definitely a toy that would get banned in schools because of the fact that it literally fires out a marble.
They banned Beyblades when I was in school, so why wouldn't they ban a marble shooting toy?
I mean, listen, we got at my school, they banned like us playing MASH because we got too rowdy. So like, yeah,
they banned us playing Red Rover.
Or like tech decks got banned from my school too because of just people playing with them in class, like the fingerboards, not like the tech deck dudes, but like the fingerboards. And
dude, tech deck dudes.
Yeah, that is. We'll save that for another episode.
Okay.
But yeah, and then beat 'em on. You could get accessories for your character as well. You could get like a crosshair, like a clear crosshair you would put on the back of it. You could get a little loader so you could put the marbles in on either side, and you could customize them too because they were, like I said, essentially like a model kit. Because with Gundams, you can. I
think I remember seeing these in like Chinatown when I'd go to Toronto, kind of thing, right? Like,
yeah, and I don't think these have had a resurgence since. But I mean, listen, if they came back, I feel like it's. I love the idea of bringing back the very like mechanical, like I said, tactile toys because kids today are just using screens and whatnot. So anytime they can have something more like physical in their
I love
hands,
a good Transformer toy, man. Those are awesome.
Exactly, and not just something they can fidget with.
Yeah,
because we all need that from time to time. Yeah. And then the third toy from our childhood that I want to talk about this week on Way Back Playback is a much more popular one. You know it, I know it. We love it. Beyblade.
Let it rip.
Let it rip indeed. Beyblade was a spinning top with very cool designs, a lot of them based on sort of dragons, monsters.
I remember having like the original Fat Boy Beyblades way back when, and then getting into them again during like the early 2010s resurgence when they were a lot smaller but denser.
Yeah, and you could get all the pieces together from other kits and customize them and make it kind of your own.
Oh, you could make wacky colors. You can do
super
like
crazy
red and
combinations.
greens, purples and blues.
Oh, so good. And I remember in like grade 1 or 2, if you had the stadium, like the actual drome that you could actually,
they let us bring to school. We had like Beyblade tournaments in our gym.
If you had that, you were one of the coolest kids because then you would at recess, we'd go outside, we'd let it rip, and we'd play in the stadium. Because otherwise, you're just like on the ground, you're hitting rocks and stuff, and it's just like you're just gonna mess up.
At home,
stuff.
We had this big metal colander. And that's what we used as our Beyblade stadium.
Oh, sick.
That thing was so smooth that they would shoot out all the time and they hit the walls, and we didn't get to use it much after that, after we damaged our walls. But that nice silver bowl didn't last very long because it got scuffed a lot.
And then if you didn't have like the little handle for it, like because there was everything came with the actual Beyblade itself, the rip cord, and then a little like
it was tiny.
holder.
It was a little
it was tiny. It was
rectangular.
It was like the size of like an eraser, and you would be able to still do it just fine, but it would hurt your hand if you ripped it in the wrong way. So yeah, you had to get like a handle to hold it, and that was a cool accessory.
They always try to add more accessories to make you buy the better things, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I remember it was like this long handle, but some of them looked like a gun, some of them looked like a sword. Like they were all different styles, right? To really kind of make it your own kind of thing.
Yeah, and again, the show rocked. Again, the toy was a sport, except there's a lot more crazier visuals of dragons flying out, monsters coming. A lot of dragons I'm noticing in a lot of these shows.
Dragons are cool, man.
Yeah, dragons were, and always will be pretty cool. And the protagonist just looks like Ash Ketchum because he's got a backwards hat and he's probably a 10-year-old kid going off doing things that 10-year-old kids shouldn't.
I don't understand the newer ones. Like I remember like the ones I had when I was younger, like it was cool. The faster they go, the harder they hit kind of thing. The new ones, they like explode on impact. It's like that's a design choice.
They're not made super great, I guess.
But I think that's like how it's designed. It's like it's like if you hit a certain weak point, it like blows up your Beyblade thing and then you lose that match or whatever it is. Like, why would I want my toy to explode?
They're just inviting childhood, like, schoolyard bullying. Like,
kind of, yeah.
Your Beyblade broke into a million pieces, nerd. You're a loser. Like, that's something that would happen in the show. Like, you'd be like, oh, you're not as good. It's like, the whole world depends on it.
Do you think they still have, like, the schoolyard thing where if you lose, like, at a card game or at Beyblades, you lose your Beyblade?
Oh, man. They just take it from you?
Well, because that's what some of the kids did at my school. Like, okay, cool. Like, we had a shot for shot kind of thing, right? Okay, if we had, like, 3 Beyblades each, if you lose, I take one of your Beyblades kind of thing and vice versa. Yeah.
I mean, maybe if, like, when we played like Yu-Gi-Oh or any trading card game, it was like if I beat you, I can get like I'll play you for your really good card or whatever. But yeah, no, I never had that. But that just sounds like I would like it was probably a big risk to take your toy to school just anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
Like at fear of either losing it or breaking it or dropping it or
It's
whatever.
definitely something you slid into your backpack after your parents packed your lunch.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
I don't want them knowing that I'm taking this to school.
Yeah, and then you'd have like a tiny little locker where you can keep it in, and or yeah, cubby at the very least. But yeah, no, if like I just have such fond memories of playing all three of these: Bakugan, Beat-em-on, Beyblade. All started with
All
B.
with Bs,
all,
yeah.
all B toys. Very funnily enough, I did not notice that when I picked these three toys to kind of do this little trilogy with. But that is funny. But yeah, like I have such fond memories of playing with it. And honestly, I probably still have some of these just in a box in my garage somewhere because I just can't get rid of them because I just have such fond memories.
I have countless like Spider-Man action figures, Batman action figures, right? They're all just up in storage right now.
Yes.
Either melting or waiting for the day they finally see the sunlight again.
Yeah, every now and again I'll bring them out just to kind of like check on them and feed them and burp them and no, but to like just kind of like play with them for 15 minutes and go, yeah, this is really cool.
Nice.
I even remember for
nostalgia.
I think it was the Bakugan one. No, Beat-em-on. Excuse me, Beat-em-on. There was one of them that I have that broke at one point. And I was really, really sad about it. I was at home. I think I was like by myself and I was like just crying my eyes out like, oh no, I broke it. Like its arm fell off or something like that. And I just remember one of my brother's friends like called the house looking for my brother. And I was like, answered the phone like, I just broke one of my toys. I'm so sad. He's just like, yeah, I'm just looking for your brother, man. I'm sorry to hear that. But it was just like, I just have that.
Couldn't care less.
It's just a core memory for me. But yeah, so that is a trilogy of toys from our childhood that if you played with it too, let us know and what your memories of these items are as well.
Definitely some throwbacks in there.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, that is all I have for Wayback Playback this week. I think it's game time.
Yeah, I got a game for you this time. A little bit of payback from the torture you put me through last time.
Oh, this is an interesting change of pace. Okay. You know me, I love games. So what do you got for me this week, buddy?
So I'm going to describe a couple games for you, kind of poorly, kind of vaguely. And your goal is to guess the game or franchise that I'm talking about.
So are these video games?
These are video games.
Okay,
these are all video games. Most likely, like I'm pretty like 90% sure you've played all of these or have some kind of touch point to these. So these all should be things that you would know.
Okay, great. And they're basically just going to be just described in the worst
I'm
possible.
gonna give you kind of like a vague statement,
Okay.
kind of maybe a little misleading here and there,
Okay.
and it's your job to tell me what the game is.
Okay.
I'm gonna lead it off with hopefully a relatively easy one to kind of ease you in, a little bit of false security,
All right, let's do it.
and we're gonna go from there.
Okay.
Combatants from different places are pulled into a brutal tournament where personal grudges, strange powers, and the fate of entire worlds get settled one-on-one.
That's so easy. That is Mortal Kombat.
But which one? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it is the Mortal Kombat franchise.
That's Mortal Kombat
Just
franchise.
In general.
Like
yeah.
as soon as you say tournament and fighters, like I mean, unless
Could be Tekken.
It could be Tekken. It could be Street Fighter. But no, man. Like the tournament is such a forefront, like a plot point for Mortal Kombat. That is 100%
Like I said,
Mortal Kombat.
we're easing you in, making it.
Okay. All right. I look forward to the rug being pulled out from under me and you throwing a toe jam and Earl in my way or something like that. All right. Hit me with the next one.
You're a 2D character trapped in a maze-like world. Your goal is to collect everything in sight, all while being hunted by several colorful enemies. Only by obtaining a certain item scattered across the map allows you to turn the tide and take the fight to them.
This sounds like it would be on like the movie poster for this, but you said maze-like world, so I'm thinking it's probably Pac-Man.
Is that your final answer?
I'm gonna go. I'm trying to think. Okay, who else like runs?
I was
a
going to say,
maze?
what other aspects of what I said attributes to the game?
I mean, listen. The only other things that kind of evoke it are like maybe Snake, but that's like really old, really deep cut. No, man, I'm sticking with my guns here. I'm going Pac-Man.
It is, in fact, Pac-Man.
Let's go.
Going around the maze, getting hunted by those colorful ghosts.
Yeah.
And you get the power pellets, and that lets you eat the ghosts.
Trivia question: do you know what the ghosts' names are?
It's like Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde.
Yeah, one of them's Clyde.
Yeah.
Such a funny like third or fourth name, rather. Yeah.
All right. Third game.
Okay.
A quiet warrior, clad in green, is sent to stop an ancient threat. Guided by a mysterious blue companion, you explore strange worlds to uncover countless secrets tied to powerful rings.
Whoa. Okay. Now we're getting into some crazy territory here. Okay, so dressed in green, he's got a companion that's blue.
Mm-hmm.
Green and blue. I was like, okay, it's not like it's definitely not Mario or Sonic because those guys are not those colors. I'm trying to think of another. And you said rings, but not Sonic rings. Okay, this one's tough. Man, did you write these or are these AI generated? Because they sound really AI generated. Just like those.
So I wrote a lot of them,
Okay.
and then I asked, I was like, "Okay, cool. How can I make these more vague?" And it kind of adjusted to make them a little
Okay.
more vague, so I wasn't just completely giving the answer to you, kind of thing, right from the
Yeah.
first couple sentences.
For sure. Okay, so yeah, green.
So a quiet warrior clad in green is sent to stop ancient threats. Guided by a mysterious blue companion, you explore strange worlds and uncover countless secrets tied to powerful rings.
Got it. It's Legend of Zelda.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Incorrect.
What? That's crazy, dude. That is Link is in green and Navi, his fairy, is blue.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, but maybe the rings I lost. Oh man, damn! I thought I figured you out. I was like, oh, it's Zelda. Yeah, for sure. Oh man.
So I'll give you a hint. You already kind of mentioned one thing, but something that I used to help me with this. You said AI.
Okay.
Is there any blue AIs that you know?
Oh, very good, sir. This is Halo.
This is Halo.
Yes, one of my favorite game series of all time. Of course. How could I
Yeah,
forget?
I was especially proud of that one because I knew it could be either or, especially
funny.
with Link and Navi and
Rings, Halos. Yep. I hear it now. I see it now. Yeah, and Cortana's blue and Master
Absolutely.
Chief is green. Okay, very good.
and he's not a very talkative character, so he's not the silent protagonist, but he's a quiet
He
protagonist.
talks more than Link does.
He
I'll give him
does.
that, but
he does. That's why I didn't say silent.
He generally does not talk that much.
All right.
Very
Game
good.
number 4.
Okay.
A masked hero protects a massive city while under the influence of something that is corrupting every moral and value he has. Old enemies return, and a dark influence rises that starts making everything far more complicated.
Okay, this could be any superhero game. Like initially I was like, oh, it's Batman, Arkham Knight or whatever, because it's like a masked hero. And in that game, kind of the city gets a little like more messed up. Could be Spider-Man 2, because that's got like Venom and that's kind of messes up the city quite a bit and he's masked. Oh man. I mean, shot in the dark. I'm just going to go with, I'm just going to go with Batman Arkham Knight.
So Batman Arkham Knight, kind of like what's making you
Because it's like
lean towards that?
Because in Batman Arkham Knight, he like obviously he's masked Batman, right? Duh. And in that, like Scarecrow has the whole like fear toxin all over the city, so that just makes.
So I was thinking more of like when Bruce has like the kind of the Joker serum in him, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, that's in Arkham City.
So that's kind of like a darker thing within himself. It's not any of the Arkham games.
It's not any of the Arkham games.
It's not
Okay,
any
interesting.
of the Batman Arkham games.
I feel like hero is such a vague word sometimes, and masked also could be like just interpreted in a bunch of different ways. But I mean, I'll go with my second gut, which is Spider-Man 2.
It is Spider-Man 2.
Let's go.
Yeah. Peter gets the Venom symbiote and starts doing some darker themed things than he normally would.
Yeah, and things get complicated, and there's all the other symbiotes and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's very good.
All right.
Very good. I like it.
Game number 5. An unlikely duo are forced through a bunch of wildly different worlds and puzzles. The only way to escape back to a world they call home and take down a corrupt organization is to work together, accept who they are, and forgive their past discretions.
See, if I can get in your head for a second, I think you think that I think that this is probably Ratchet and Clank or Jack and Daxter or any of those like double protagonist games where you have kind of a sidekick. But I know this is a game that you and I played together, and
I don't know
beat
what you're talking about.
Yes, you do, because this is Split Fiction.
It is.
Let's
Split
go.
Fiction, a
Let's go.
fantastic multiplayer game.
So good, dude.
If you have a duo out there that you can play with, play Split Fiction. It is such a good game.
Yeah, and you have to buy it once. It's great. You just buy it once. You have the friend pass. The friend plays for free, and you just kind of do it all together. Oh yeah, and like some of that game, I can't wrap my head around how they did it.
The physics behind that game and the way it mashes not only the two different genres, but the different puzzles that it expects you to kind of learn as you go along is just incredible.
So freaking good, man. We got to play that again sometime.
We do.
We got to just switch the
There's
roles.
another game that we have to play as well, but that's for an episode of Controller Chaos.
Perhaps.
All right. Game number 6. You start with almost nothing in this sandbox-style world, gathering resources and building whatever you can to avoid the dangers that lurk in the dark. Eventually, finding a way to explore other realms and discovering something much bigger than yourself.
These are so like metaphorically.
vague?
No, not vague. These are so like inspiring and just makes it sound like more like art and like more like vague.
Video games are art.
I know they are, but it just makes it sound like so ethereal and just so like highbrow. But it's Minecraft. This is Minecraft.
It's 100% Minecraft.
Yeah, this is Minecraft. Honestly, it's funny that neither of us mentioned the Minecraft movie in our first segment because
I don't think either of us watched it.
We didn't for sure because it's not for us, but it was definitely a pretty big video game movie in the.
I mean, what a moment in time though. People like absolutely destroying movie theaters while watching that. That put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth for video game movies in general.
Yeah, all just because of just some repeated line, man. It's just all the brain rot. But I mean, listen, Minecraft's been around for a long time. It kind of deserves.
I was
the hype.
there since the alpha days, man. I was a not necessarily a day one, but I was a year one Minecraft player.
I remember getting it for like my Mac and just playing it, and it was so generic and so like they had no like hotkeys or anything like that, and I was like I can't get in this game. It's not my type of game because it's like too open world, too sandboxy, but I respect those that are good at Minecraft. I tip my metaphorical hat to you.
All right, second last game of the segment.
Okay.
A young adventurer leaves home and travels to different cities in their region, building a team of impossibly strong companions and even a few gods. Fight your childhood rival and even take down an evil organization, all while working towards your goal of becoming the very best.
Well, there's some words in there that are pretty
pretty on the nose.
Pretty on the nose there. I mean, if it's
what else could it be?
The only other thing it could be is Digimon, but it's not. It's Pokemon.
It is Pokemon.
I want to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Like no one ever was.
Yeah, to catch them.
I was debating whether or not to put that last one in there. It's like I gotta give something that really hits home.
Honestly, when you first said this segment, like they described it to me, I thought you meant like it was gonna be like very poorly described of like child pins animals against each other in fighting rings or whatever.
I was debating to that, but also, I want to make it fair.
Okay.
I want to make it so you can actually answer them.
Oh,
unlike a previous segment that was completely unjust.
Very interesting retaliation method, but okay.
I just want to show you how it's done.
Okay, fair. Fair enough. All right.
All right. Final game.
Okay.
You've finally awoken, but find yourself tied up as a prisoner. As chaos strikes, you escape into this massive fantasy world, discovering that you have a very rare power and are tasked with freeing the people from tyranny. You then completely ignore this main threat and do side quests for 80 hours.
Whoa, okay. This is a hard one. Prisoner, ignoring side quests. Don't ignore side quests. We are side quests. Don't ignore
When I say this game, the people who live and breathe this game will know that I made some very, very good references.
Can you read it one more time?
You've finally awoken, but find yourself tied up as a prisoner. As chaos strikes, you escape into this massive fantasy world, discovering you have a rare power. You are tasked with freeing the people of tyranny and completely ignoring the main threat. Nope. And then completely ignore the main threat while doing side quests for 80 hours.
Okay. I think I got it from the prisoner and waking up. Thanks to the memes.
Yes.
I know that this game
very
is
meme heavy.
Skyrim.
No.
Skyrim. It's Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
It is. It is Skyrim, the
Yes.
game that has been released
On everything?
17 plus different times.
You can play it on your Amazon Alexa.
There was an Amazon Alexa version of this. Yes, it was
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. They're releasing another special edition for it later this year for the
Just
Switch 2.
Make
Like,
number 7, guys. What are you doing? I mean, listen,
you got to make
it's
6 first.
It's a. What do you mean? Isn't
Skyrim's 5.
Skyrim's 5? Oh my god, where have I been? Clearly only looking at memes and not playing enough Skyrim.
There you go. I mean, Skyrim's another one of those games I think is not up your alley because it's just vast and there's no clear direction on what to do and where to go.
Listen,
Even the main quest, be like, cool, go find this guy. It gives you like the vague area of where it is, and you just have to find your own way there, kind of thing.
And if you listen to previous episodes, you know I fucking hate that. I cannot.
Ryan
stand
likes
it.
a linear story.
I like hand holding, and I like to just complete the game in a set amount of time. I don't want none of this open world, do whatever you want shit. I want to be told. I want to be a sheep, you know.
Which, I mean, surprised me why you haven't played like the God of War games all the way through.
Yeah,
Because they're very linear and they're a very good story.
I guess maybe when the remake comes out, maybe I'll or like the.
Oh yeah, I'm not even talking about the original God of War games.
Oh,
I'm talking about the newer
current
ones.
ones.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They're definitely on the list. But I mean, I'll get to them. Don't you worry. I'll get to them, and then when you poorly describe God of War to me, I'll know exactly what it's about.
A bald character in white with a red stripe on his face wields an axe.
He's real mad at his son the entire time, exclusively the entire time.
See, I can tell you haven't played the game because he's not mad at his son the entire time, Ryan.
There
He's
you go.
just depressed.
Well, proves what I know. But hey, how many did you get right? Let us know in the comments of this video if you nailed it before I did, if you did worse, whatever. But very good for your first go at making a game, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Good content.
Many more to come.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's looks like it's about time for this episode of the Side Quest podcast. So be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube at the mentioned links, youtube.com/@SideQuestPodGames, Instagram.com/SideQuestPodGames. And yeah, keep checking us out. Keep giving us feedback because we are still in kind of the early stages of this stuff, but we are getting the flow down, getting kind of our rhythm going. And let us know what you think of all those video game movies. What is your favorite video game movie that has come out in the last 20, 30 years or so? And
any topics we should tackle in the future.
Yeah,
Anything
and
you guys want to hear.
And if you have any ideas for Way Back Playback you think we should talk about, then yeah, be sure to leave us a comment on any of our Instagram posts, and we will be sure to check that out. But for now, I've been Ryan.
I've been Cameron.
And we have been Side Quest. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you guys next week.
Take care.
Bye!